Yes, I want to touch on something. Um, the the love of my life sister talked to me about her and I both moving on. Her from her man who is incarcerated for domestic violence and atrocities against her and her family, and me from her sister, and her encouraging me to move on with my heart, and me saying I'll never move on with my heart because I gave her my heart like I never gave it to a woman in my life, and this and that, and which is true. I never get. It's all I had to give, really, and I just, unfortunately, because I became addicted to her sexually, I became addicted to her and the way I am, and then other issues with her younger sister's lover who I wasn't being strong enough with, and not leaving the family feeling that they could trust me. There's so many layers to this onion. It turned her off and pushed her away, and then opened the doors for her to run for sanctuary into the arms of other men, which happened when we were still together. She began corresponding with a man from her past while I was taking care of her when she was not feeling well, when she was sick. And I saw this text conversation between her and this man, and it just, when I look back at it and I put myself in her shoes, like, she was scared for her sister. And this guy's a very protective guy. He's a very powerful guy. Matter of fact, her oldest nephew bragged about the guy to me, and that hurt my heart too, but it's not the young man's fault. The young man is not trying to hurt me about this guy. Now, do I think the entity might have attacked me through the young man to hurt my confidence? That's another issue that I'll speak on later, and that I shared with his mom about later on, and we had a bit of an argument about those possibilities, and I understand her defensiveness around me saying that the entities work through the boys, and I can understand that. I truly, if I had kids and somebody like me said, hey, I saw demons working through your kids to attack you and me, what am I going to do? Not get defensive? Of course. So I want to just empathize with her, and I never did that, and I want to take a moment to do that. But I want to share about when I did try to let go and take my heart back and give my heart to Jesus, not to another woman. I haven't touched another woman since her. The night I was invited, I had the privilege of being invited. It was after she fell out of love with me. I was invited to Christmas at her family's home where she grew up, and she was not happy me being there, and she had already fallen out of love with me. So this is just the realities of it. And I looking back at my behavior while I was down there, I understand. It's like how I said I was only in love with my ex-wife for a couple of weeks. I understand. And we all have one. I was not the love of my life's love of her life by far. She just happens to be mine, and there are many men and possibly women that feel that way about her too. She's just got it like that. But I bring something different because I'm me. And as the young man who introduced me to the Lord, to give me what I needed to allow the Lord into my heart, said to me, we are all one in infinity. We are each one in infinite. I'm not an Eminem fan, but something he said in a song with the Outlaws called One Day at a Time. The song was called One Day at a Time. And I did not like the production on the album, nor am I an Eminem fan, but he said, there will never be another me, and no matter what they do, there will never be another you. And then he talked about time and how they could erase and try to rewind it, and it would never happen. And I just want to acknowledge that, like, we are each what we are, and my baby, the love of my life. I saw a dude comment on one of her things that she will always be the apple of his eye. Like, she's got and plenty of people have situations like I'm sharing on. This is just my situation. But the moment when I tried to take my heart back, December 30th of 2023, I was ruminating, and I was talking to the young man. I still had contact with the young man. I haven't talked to the young man in a long while, and I'm concerned, but hey, pray, I'm just praying. A young man has a lot going on in his life. And anyway, the young man told me about his son's mom, and he said the importance of us. He's the love of his son's mom's life, and she is the love of his life. And unfortunately, their son passed away and is in heaven. So what I'm trying to say, and he's only 21 years old, what I'm trying to say, I can't imagine what she went through. What I'm trying to say right now is that he inspired me, because he said, I took our hearts before he got incarcerated. He said, I took our hearts and I sent them up to heaven with our Lord. And they can't be undone. And I can't do that with the love of my life because I don't have her heart. Her heart's not safe for her to give to me. So what I do is I just pray for her soul. And then I said, okay, I'm going to take my heart. He inspired me. We talked on December 30th. And then right after I got off the horn with him, I took my heart and then I sent her a text from a burner. I said, it was a cold text, like, my heart no longer belongs to you. A week before that, I have a dream that her mom and I are taking care of her at her bedside while she was in post-orgasm shock from being with another man who was much better than me. I get a lot of dreams like that. And a therapist that's a social worker that is assigned to me said something really kind to me last week. She said, this could be a dream of you, of what you could potentially be and want to be for her. And it's her soul, because she believes in the spirit world, which is kind. I said I'd never mess with a therapist again, but this one has to reach out to me. So, I'm not looking for a therapist, and she's just assigned to me. So she said what could be going on here is her soul in dreams, because you have a soul tie through the blood and through how much you love her. Her soul just happens to reach you. Now, I appreciated that and remind you what you could be. And doesn't mean you're ever going to talk to her again or nothing. Chances are she's never going to talk to me again. Only in spirit will her soul and I connect in sleep, when we're sleeping. And anyway, I had that dream, and I was like, I can't have these dreams no more. So I wanted to be stubborn, take my heart, and be an egomaniac. And then I sent it away. I prayed about it. And then the next morning, I get a text for her. I get a text for her the next morning that's about picking up her medication. I was long removed from her medical contacts, because I was her medical contact and her medication pickup contact when we were together. I was removed from that. That's the demon. That's the demon just effing with me. She didn't call to have that done just to screw around with me, because I sent the burner text to her. She doesn't care. She's not going to respond. She's moved on with her life. But the demon sees that. And the demon's like, ah, ha, ha. And it could be my demon even. Like, I'm going to hurt you. I'm going to make you hurt. And I'm going to hurt you by showing you that she's sick. She needs her medication. And it's a certain type of medication for when she's sick. Only when she's sick. And it was from the hospital that I took her to last in December of 22. And it was like, I know when she's hurt and sick, that's going to hurt me. It hurts her, but it hurts me. It hurts her sister, because her sister loves her. And then who do I reach out to that I'm not on good terms with right now? I reach out to her younger sister. And then her younger sister gets inconvenienced. And then I end up feeling rejected because I'm offering help. And that's not her younger sister's fault. And that's not her fault. She can't entertain me. She's moved on. She had another dude taking care of her. The demon triggered me through that text, through the evil algorithm, as the young man's brother calls it, evil algorithms. And that's a real thing, technology, Lucifer's technology. Let's send him a text to hurt him, and then let's hurt him in his dreams, and one day we're going to get him to have a heart attack or you know what they want. They want me incarcerated in a mental institution where they can torment me. And I'm in torment enough. And then, they'll tell me I'm tormenting myself. I'm not. Hey, I can't take my heart from her. Not only the demons won't let me, but I don't want to. I didn't want to. That was stubborn. I was trying to get power back. I mentioned men who want power over other men and people. I wanted my power back because I was tired of feeling like I'm getting my power taken by this. No, it's not like that. That's not sincere love. I love her regardless. It doesn't matter where she is. It doesn't matter if she lost a leg. It doesn't matter if she needed a heart transplant. I love her. When all other men that only love her for her body, that don't know what I know, because they didn't get that privilege. Some of them have got that privilege to see the beauty of her. Some of them have, and some of them appreciate it. Some of them don't. But I know for me, I'm not taking my heart back, and I can't. I can't. No. And I'm not going to abort this mission. I will leave my flesh before I abort this mission of my commitment to her, my monogamy to her, my physical monogamy to her. Emotional, and that doesn't. She can't. She has nothing to invest in with me to give me anything, any energy, any texts, any calls. All I do is disturb her energy. No, but I have to keep it real. Me trying to take my heart back was just a power move because I felt bullied. No, that's cowardice. No way. There's no taking it back. I gave it, and there's no taking it back, and I wouldn't want to give it to any other woman. And if I ever am with another woman, she's not going to get. She's just going to have somebody there that is going to, bring her a bowl of soup and serve her some D, and that's my heart somewhere else. No disrespect, Lord Jesus. No disrespect. So that's like, don't even mess with me, for real. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's Jennifer Connelly. I don't care if it's Aaliyah, God rest her if she came back right now. I don't care. It ain't gonna happen. My soul belongs to my Lord, and my heart belongs to her. And that's it. And I look, am I an asset to her family? No, not right now. No, not an asset to anyone. I'm my own worst enemy. I can't trust anyone because I can't trust myself. How can she rely on me? Would I come and give my flesh for her to save her? Yes, but what's the value in that if there's nothing here? This is reality. We're living in flesh. Well, what good's a dog that can't hold his piss? Yeah. And then my job right now is to make these videos. Jesus wants me to make these videos right now and share. And if just one person, what if a psychiatrist or a psychologist say, hey, let's just take this bald-headed guy and let's listen to him and let's put him into our archives. Somebody might benefit from this. Yes. What if someone who's, like I said, someone who's about to take their own life, I'm going over time here, comes home from school and turns me on, and this helps. Like, let's listen to this bald-headed individual. Yeah. This is it. This is what I have to do right now. And I have to keep living in this body as long as he wants me to. I don't get to turn that off. And keep this mind, no matter what Lucifer does, because he's going to keep attacking. And he has started already since I started making these videos subtly. And there's going to be big ones coming, and I've got to be ready. When they come, I've got to make sure I don't take these videos down, because that's what I did last time. I let him influence me to take these videos down. And I can't do that again. This is not for me. This is for Jesus, and this is for the people that are suffering, because they can turn this on and be like, okay, I went through that. Just like when I turn on people, okay, I went through that. I'm getting emotionally vampirized from somebody today that wants to take my energy and use me to harvest my energy so they heal. Oh, I can relate to what he's talking about. Mark the Messenger's right. Energy is the new currency. I don't need to have money to be somebody's source of supply and to heal their misery and soothe their emotional, to regulate their emotions. No, that's just nothing but a trauma bond to a narcissist, if we want to keep it psychological, or feeding a demon. As the love of my life sister's man used to say to me after a long, draining conversation over the phone, he'd say this was like a meal to him. The entity in him fed and he fed. Yeah. Because what's he feeding on? My fear. What was my fear? That he's going to attack the love of my life sister, and that she's not safe, and that he's going to just do something vile. Sure. But, now that I have the Lord, the only thing I fear is losing my mind, like the lady on the Armor Up podcast said. As long as I have this, I can make these videos. I can open a can of beans. If this van gets repossessed, I can sleep on the street. I can make a tent. I'm good, for real. It's gonna suck, but I can do it. Been through worse. Yep. I'll talk more later. Thank you for listening. This is way over time.